Greetings to all in the precious name of our Lord Jesus. My name is Fiba Varghese and I am a student of respiratory therapy at Kasturba Medical College. I'll quickly drag your attention towards the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, which says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." There are times when we don't know what we are doing with our lives. We don't know why we are doing a particular thing. We don't know what will be the outcome of it. It's because of the uncertainty of life. But God knows it all. He knows what exactly He's doing with our lives. He knows when and what would be the outcome. Isn't that amazing? To have someone, to rely on someone who is so perfect, such a perfect God with perfect planning. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 8 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." His ways are much more higher than our ways and may even seem out of syllabus for our tiny brains with little wisdom. Even when we look in the other examples, like David was never considered worthy of being anointed as a king by his parents. Jesse got all his sons, all 6 sons except for David in front of Samuel for anointment. But except David was left out. But Samuel chose, or actually I should say God chose David. His brothers were in the army fighting the battle, but it never crossed their mind that it would be David who would be saving Israelites or defeating the big Goliath. God's plans are beyond our understanding. If you look at Joseph's life, I don't think it ever crossed Jacob's mind that his apparently dead son would be seen ruling or being the prime minister of Egypt, saving numerous lives. He would have never thought that. And I'm sure that even his brothers wouldn't have thought something closer to that when they thwarted him or when they sold him. But it's all about God's plan. Even Christ taught his disciples to pray, "Lord, thy will be done." Because his will is perfect. It is us who has to submit ourselves to the perfect will of God. We have to choose to be fruitful to Him. We have to choose to be special people. We have to choose to be blameless and holy before Him. We have to choose to bear everlasting fruits for Him. All we have to do is submit ourselves to the supernatural wisdom of God. Then our life would never be a disappointment. Often we get disappointed with whatever we do in our life. We are disappointed, we are sad and we are depressed and everything. But when we submit ourselves to God, that's when God takes control. And how do we do that? We have to get right with God. For this, I'll say a small, very short story. It's about a father gave his son, a small son, pieces of a map and told him to put it together. The son, in no time, he put the map right. And when asked, the son told that he just put together the man on the other side of those pieces of the picture of a man on the other side of the map. When he put the man right, the map was automatically right. In the same way, what we need to do is we need to be right with God. And then we have to submit ourselves to God. And that's when the change happens. That's when God's ways become our ways. We have to submit ourselves to God's plan. For this, are you ready for this? How many of us are really submitting ourselves for this? With this last question, I end my talk. Thank you.